And it's your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again. Man, it's getting crucial out here. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, hope everybody know, you know what I'm saying, winter's here, you know, for real. I mean, but yeah, we about to check this out, you know what I'm saying? You know, and Sir Garvey, I'll put it that way. You know what I'm saying? Sir Garvey, you know, he's also one of the gentlemen that be on Miss Pearly Things channel. So, you know, yeah, here we go. You know, let's just see let's see how it's gonna go down.
But right now, men, it's not my main focus.
Okay.
Because I've got things that I need to do. I'm not where I need to be in life yet.
So if you were to get a man, do you think that you'd know what a man wants in a woman?
Yeah.
Which is
because obviously I'd be dating. Doesn't mean that I want to get into a relationship.
No, but just at this moment, do you think you know what men want from a woman?
Right now.
Yeah.
Not everything, but most things.
What? Name some stuff. Name 3 things that you think men want from women.
Someone that's family orientated.
Mm-hmm.
Someone that's ambitious, and just someone who knows to show love and affection. Is that a good enough answer for you?
No, I'm just saying, like, a lot of the time when women speak, the reason why I'm asking these questions that was quite probing is because a lot of the time women think they know what men want and they actually don't.
Men don't care if you're ambitious.
They don't care if you're ambitious.
Really?
I promise to God they don't care.
What?
I'm telling you, I'm
Genuinely.
very ambitious.
Mm-hmm.
I work very hard. Like, I put this whole podcast, they don't give a shit.
Yes,
Man, it's
but
like,
listen, there's no way you can struggle to get a man. Like, what's wrong with you? Nothing.
So
Oh, no, gosh, that is the worst
So what
thing.
you're doing is, yeah, you're judging women, you're judging men how you look at, but we don't actually. So we don't care about if you're ambitious. You care if a man's ambitious,
Yeah.
but for us, you have an ambition doesn't make it. What we care.
it's like a shoe collection.
So we care-
Like if a guy has a shoe collection, you don't care, right?
Yeah.
So we
Yeah,
care.
so that's what it is to men, like our work.
We care about how you look. We care about loyalty, femininity, and low body count. These are things that most men.
Okay, can I just say something about the low body count? Why do you care so much about a woman's body count? Because you men, you can be like 20 and your body count's at 50, and you might get a good girl that only has a body count of 2, and what? Like, what?
Hold up. Here we go. The reason why men care so much about body count, which I'm pretty sure some of this has definitely been heard, you know, plenty of times before. Yes, we want to definitely have a 100% understanding of paternity of our children. Let's go. Okay? That's just for real, though. That's just for real. Also, we want to know that you haven't been, you know, around so much to where you've gathered diseases or any other thing like that, you know, and I mean, these are also things that women should think about as well. I mean, you know, far as, you know, dealing with men and stuff like that. But, you know, it depends on the man's level in life. And I'm not going to lie to you. It depends on the man's level in life. A lot of men that are at, you know, a level, he's stable, he's mentally stable, he's, you know, focused and actually understanding the goal at hand, and he's driven and not, you know, overwhelmed by a bunch of bullshit. 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna have to worry about a lot of diseases and other stuff like that. I'm just keeping it real, you know. I mean, you know, give a take or two, you know, anything's possible. Don't get it wrong, but on the overwhelming majority, that's not gonna, you know, go down like that. But yeah, you know, men do care, you know, and a woman being ambitious, no. You know, that's, you know, I'm not saying be just some lazy bum sitting around with, you know, nothing, just idle mind. No, that's, you know, a man doesn't want a woman that's idle mind as well, but we're not necessarily worried about you going out, you know, talking about you trying to conquer the world, because at the end of the day, you still want a man to pay for every damn thing. So, you know, it's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Or you to her.
Because historically men had to ensure paternity. It's like we have biological reasons for the reasons we feel the way we feel. Like women like muscles and we like tall men because we want a guy to protect us, right?
Mm-hmm.
But men like a girl that hasn't slept around because they could ensure paternity historically because we didn't have paternity tests in the old days. But so they can't undo that gut feeling they get when they're like they know.
You said you say why does low body count matter? Have you watched the Maury show?
the Murray, the Murray show. Yes.
Yeah, right. So you can't ask a man, like when you've seen that in real time, why do we prefer a low body count? A woman who probably has more of a high body count is more likely, like you said, to have a child that is not ours. Right? So that is our...
Listen. Not only that, a woman with a higher body count, you know what I'm saying? She, you know, and we speak upon this, you know, and it's been heard. I know everybody done heard it. If not, this is what it is. It's a pair bonding situation. By women being able to move emotionally, their emotions are able to bond like such. Now, don't get it twisted. It's not that men don't have, you know, bonding emotions too, because yes, we do bond to our motherfucking chick too. And that's the whole purpose of having, you know, a chick that's not so for the streets, is because once we bond with her and, you know, we include her in our lives, and, you know, I'm just gonna keep it blunt and funky and honest, like, you know what I'm saying? Once your name go on my life insurance policy, motherfucker, you fucking up, we got goddamn problems. I'm just being honest with you. At that point, you own too much real personal information. You know too much personal shit. And then you want to go out here and sleep with another dude and do all this and all that because you feeling some type of way because of shit that you've been dealt with in the past and all this type of stuff that you hadn't even truly dealt with. You know, let's just keep it real. Things that you haven't truly dealt with. And, you know, your emotional drama and all that type of stuff. Listen, man, I don't know what world you women think that we're living in, but once ink goes to paper, we got fucking problems if you decide to do other things. We got serious problems. Your name on life insurance policies, you able to get hold to 401k, you able to get hold to private assets that I may have built before you even got there, and then at the same time too, the assets that we done built together and stuff like that, because you confused in the damn mind. That's the reason why the body count situation is a real issue, because you know, by women dealing with their emotions, they have too many. If you have too many men that you've dealt with, that's too many different entities that you've allowed into your life, because you're emotional. You're open to the universe in a different way than men are. So you've allowed too much into you because you are a vessel. As a woman, you are a vessel. You allow things to enter you, whether it be energy from other people or a man that's entering you. You are being entered at all times, even when you're around other friends. That's the reason why women, you know what I'm saying, tend to, you know, want to agree with each other so much, because their energy enters each other as they sit there and cackle and talk and, you know, well, yeah, girl, well, I agree with you. And you will have a girl agreeing with something that she's never even been through. She don't even, you know, she just agreeing with you because you went through it. So, you know, she really, you know, kind of pair bonding with, you know, the other woman's way of thinking. And this is what this is. Women are meant to pair bond. Their energy is meant to be, you know what I'm saying, poured into. And that's just real. Hold on, let's keep going.
That is men's worst fear. One of men's worst fears is a child coming into the world and us believing that child is ours, and it's not.
It also signifies loyalty.
Right.
Like, okay, what do you think women fall in love through? Like, how do women fall in love, would you say?
Personality for me, I do.
Do you think women fall in love through sex?
Come on.
Like, do you think like the best sex you've ever had? Did you ever go back?
No,
Never.
no, never.
So I'll.
Hold on. I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? Women, okay. I mean, I don't know. There's always exceptions to the rule, okay? There's always exceptions to the rule. For real,
Say why body count.
What's he thinking about it?
but the point is like the more guys you've been with, like the more like I don't know, there's just more problems.
So-
you know what I mean? Like you're more likely to cheat.
So the reason you're 22, right, and you want to know why body count, so I'll give you a bit of information and
They
just.
say in the
What
chat.
do you say? I want to know
say-
your body count.
No, I'm going to give you a bit of information about body count. I'm not asking you for your body count. I'm going to tell you why body count's important.
Hang on, but you. Sorry to cut you, Chana, but you said you don't understand why men. Do you think body count matters?
Yes, I think it
Oh,
does.
you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
that's
think it matters, but I think a man shouldn't really care too much about
Why?
a woman's body
But
count.
you care.
Because 9 times out of 10, your body count is higher than hers anyway. So, like, why do you?
Wrong. See, that's the problem with a lot of women out there. You women today are so into yourselves to where you think a man thinks how you think and do what you do. No, women have way more access to sex in the sexual place market than men do. Because you're women, you're not understanding the task at hand. What are you talking about? It makes no logical sense. No logical sense. It makes none. No logical sense at all. Listen, this is the deal. It's no way that she tripping. She's tripping for real. Women out there, men don't have the access that you think that men have. You know, you're going off history and in the way that things used to go. Listen, used to go and what's happening now are two different things. Like y'all say all the time, when we talk about the old days when women were submissive and this and that, when these are different times and these are different days. And, I ain't finna do all that and whoop whoop. Okay then. So yeah, these are different times. Men don't have as much access to sex in this sexual marketplace in the 21st century. Things do move differently.
You can.
Okay, so let me.
No, that's not true.
So let me explain it, right? In order for me to get sex, in order for Sarah to get sex, we need to have some type of value about us. We need to be able to have something, present
Nah, I
something.
just walk out on the street, baby.
I'm not like you,
Right.
man.
I'm joking.
I wish I could be like you, man.
I'm lying.
So that includes having finance, being good looking, being 6 foot, being basically having
6'2".
six deuce, baby. Basically having all the things that women find attractive, right? In order for us to sleep with high quality women, or any women in actual fact. In order for you 3 women here to sleep with a man, all you have to do is basically say, I want to sleep with you. And there'll be men that will want to sleep with you. So in order for you to sleep with 100 men and me to sleep with 100 women, is completely different. You can literally do this. And this is why a lot of the times women think that men are having so much sex, because they equate it to what they can get. But that's not the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is I'm going to have to take a girl out. I'm going to have to 3 dates. I'm going to have to do all these types of things in order to have sex. But all you have to do is say, I want to have sex, and a man will have sex. And that, wait,
So
I think.
can I just say, right? Like, there's 2 women here, right?
Yeah.
That are in. I'm going to use this as an analogy. There's 2 women here, and you got hoodies on, right? Women can walk out on the street. You women can walk out on the street in just hoodies, and even your bonnet, right? And you can still garner attention from men.
And there you guys said it right there. And that's the God's honest truth. That's the God's honest truth. And to be honest with you, and and let's just get real here. I know a lot of ladies have I've seen, you know, videos of this asking this question. Even women in my life, you know, that it is what it is, you know, they also ask this question, you know what I'm saying, like, why men will hit on you when you dress down and you just out there just chilling, doing your thing, versus when you're all dolled up and makeup on with the, you know, the spiders makeup and weave. Shout out to Miss Mashawn Denise. You know, so you got them spiders makeup and weave on. Nobody wants to holler at you, but when you dress down, you actually get men approaching you. Listen, ladies, this is the deal. You know, y'all are not willing to accept anymore that different women have a different type of uniform that they put on. This is the biz. Real talk, this is the biz. Okay? It's a different uniform that you have on. When men will approach you because you dress down and stuff like that, you look relaxed. You look comfortable. You look easy to approach. You look like you're a normal fucking human damn being. Real talk. That's why men approach women when they just out with hoodies or leggings, and you know, you just, you know, running to the store real quick with you this and that on, and ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Listen, versus when you actually got all that crap on. Versus when you have all that crap on, that shit is a deterrent because you're wearing a different uniform. And you want to know what uniform you're wearing? Oh, hold on. What did they want to know? Do you want to know what uniform you're wearing? You're wearing the uniform of a nightlife. A nightlife, yeah, sure is. You're wearing the uniform of a nightlife. Excuse me. So now that you have this uniform of a nightlife on, you're going to get nightlife attention. And then when because there's two different types of dudes that are approaching you. You know, when you just out and about, dressed whatever, versus when you put on that dolled up uniform. There's two different types of men that are approaching you, and that's the truth. Pay attention to the men that approach you when you dolled up, and then pay attention to the men that approach you when you just out and relaxed.
Men will still be like, yo,
no, it's actually shocking. It's actually shocking.
Right? But the thing is, hang on.
Go on.
Men don't get that. They don't get afforded that.
Not at all.
If a man walks out looking quote unquote bummy, no one don't give a damn. Do you get what I'm saying? But women can be mothers of 5 children and go on a school run, right? In their pajamas, and men will still holler.
Yeah, she got a fat ass.
Like the men will still holler. Men do not get afforded that same thing, but you don't.
1 in 3 men are either virgins or haven't had sex in the past year.
Yeah.
So it's not, the most men aren't really getting laid like that.
I think that it goes back to what we were saying earlier about what we see on TV. We get told these things that, you know, body count. I think
and that's the problem. What you see on TV is not actually what's going on in reality. You know what I'm saying? Everything on TV is concocted so a certain way for entertainment or to push a certain agenda. Who knows? It is what it is, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody paying attention to the shit. It just is what it is. You know? But, you know, you ladies got to stop watching TV so damn much. Well, I don't want to put it that way. You have to stop believing the things that you are being subjected to on TV. You have to stop believing those things. Just because it's on TV does not make it 100% fact. Television is an illusion. Now, when television first started off, no, it wasn't an illusion. Everybody were more serious back then. People were way more serious about life when television was first invented and brought into, everybody's homes. But nowadays, TV is a totally fictional place. It's a fictional place. Television is nothing but full of fiction. Hell, even the news doesn't report all of the real news as it should in the 21st century. Let's just keep this real. Let's just keep it real.
When more people accept that men and women are built differently, we're built differently genetically. The way you guys just get up and kind of put it in anywhere, we know as women.
Sorry,
that,
get up and put what?
No, you know what I'm
Hold
saying?
up.
No, wait, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to just do that. As a woman, if you're doing that like that, you kind of have to look at you sideways because it's a different experience for us. The way we experience it is different.
No, this is the deal. If a woman is capable, okay, let's rewind. Okay. There's always been two types of women on this planet. Let's just keep this real. Ever since biblical times and before, there's always been two types of women on the planet. There's been the woman that's been modest and meek, that you could take home, that you could marry, that you could trust with your bloodline, that you could trust to, also not only take care of herself, take care of the kids, also take care of you take care of her. There's always been a woman on this planet that you can trust. Versus at the same time, though, too, with the second woman, there's been the woman of the night. That's what she used to be called. The lady of the night. Now, the lady of the night is not a wife life. The lady of the night, she moves a certain type of way. She's only interested in certain things. She can actually do certain things like what, a lot of these, let's just say, women talk about, some do, some don't. It is what it is. Don't try to put me in a fucking box. You know what I'm saying? But listen here, all this, women can go out here and, I'm pretty sure if you've been on the internet long enough, you've heard women say that they can go out here and have sex just like a man and not feel anything too. Which, okay, yes, that goes back to the two different types of women. There have been women on this planet, and always will be, that can do that. They can be emotionally attached. But those type of women have genuinely, throughout history, been in a certain type of profession. Do we understand? Those type of women have been in a certain type of profession because throughout history, they, back in the day before all this acceptance and all this shit we got going now, those women were shunned to a certain place. They were not put on the same place with white women. They were shunned to a certain place. Why you think they, in the Wild West, they had brothels? What the fuck you think a brothel was? Those were the like I told you, two different types of women have always walked this planet. The women in the brothel were the other women. And that's just the truth. They were the other women. The women that, Air Blue Moon, they gonna get some action. Not Air Blue Moon, but they get plenty of action, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, though, it's always been two different types of women on the planet. And that's something that society has forgotten due to the way things are going. But I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry to tell you. Yeah, there's two different types of women that walk this planet, young man. or old man or any man that's under the sound of my voice. We used to know this as men. Women even used to know this as women. What are we doing, people? What are we doing?
And I think for ages, I used to get all funny about the body count thing because I think, oh, yeah, it's nasty, da, da, da. But not saying that I want to be with somebody that has had a million bodies.
What do you mean
but-
it's not nasty on the man's side?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I used to be
So
like,
if a,
oh,
man,
how
if a man's
men...
got too many bodies,
Yeah, but now I know how men operate. I have 3 brothers, yeah? So the way men operate is different. As a woman, when you're accepting of that, you see things differently.
what do you
if
know
that
what I say
makes
to you?
sense.
Women don't want a man without sexual experience.
Yeah, that's the only... That's the thing, same thing.
So
Would you
the
want a
fact that
virgin?
Exactly,
No,
what I'm
no,
saying. So
no,
the fact
But
that
I
you're-
would.
So the fact that right,
Yeah.
but the thing is that's the difference between men and women.
Yeah, that's...
Men,
And women don't want a man that doesn't have sexual experience. You know, even if she's a virgin, let's just keep this real. In nature, if a woman in nature wants a man to truly lead, then that means he needs to have life experience in order to do so. Life experience. That's the only way that a man can truly lead, is if he has life experience.
That's it. Well,
yeah, men want a woman who has a lower body count and would prefer to teach her, right, what sex is. Women want a man to come to them and know her body.
Right. In actual fact, the less sexual experience you have, the better for us. We don't look at you as sex as being something as a selling point to women. They think there is, but we
Not for a wife. Not for a wife.
you don't. For men, you actually look at it as like, I want a man that knows what to do. But for us, we don't actually want that. So a lot of the times when we're trying to speak to you, we're trying to say like, whoever's told you this, it's a fallacy, it's a lie. Like men do not prize sexual experience when we're looking for women.
Sure don't. You sure don't. You know, now, let's keep this real. There are some men out here in the 21st century because things are different. Things are different. Okay? People thought process are different nowadays in the 21st century than it was 50, 60 years ago. So, you know, yes, you have some men out here that will be okay with a woman having a few notches under her belt because, you know, she could get, you know, in there and do some things and he could do some things, they could, you know, this and that, versus a woman that doesn't know anything. You have a lot of men out here nowadays that are truly lazy as leaders. You know, like I said, you have some men out here nowadays that are truly lazy as leaders. Okay? And this is it goes for the bedroom, for finances, for the household, for everything. You have some men out here that are just lazy as that, you know, and that's just life.
We look at femininity, we look at loyalty, we look at low body count, some of these other things. Obviously, like family oriented, but not once have we ever said, you know what, I want to know what head technique's like.
But there's a flip side to that.
Go on, let me hear it.
We know that. There's a reason why men go to strip clubs, right? There's a reason why men indulge in porn, right? To such
So interesting,
to this degree. It's because they fantasize about these women
Right.
that can do all of these things, right? We do. We fantasize about women that
Right.
can do all these things. But then when we go into a relationship, we don't want a woman like that because that's going to be our wife. But there's
And do you understand it? That goes back to what I said earlier, excuse me, about the two different types of women that walk this planet. He explained it for you. I said it earlier before I even got it. 'Cause I didn't watch this whole video. I saw, you know, a few minutes of it, just seconds, and decided to do it. But yes, that is the difference. There's always been two different types of women that walk this planet, you know, and yes, one is not meant for you to take home. That's just real.
It's that, okay, if a woman can show you sex experience and she can show you all of these things, we get turned on by it. So there is literally, there's a bit of a dichotomy there with men, and I think a lot of women struggle to understand that.
So
We understand it as men.
No, I fully I fully hear what you're saying, and you're right. And I've heard women say, "Oh, but why do you guys like these
Like all these girls' pictures on
But
Instagram." Yeah.
You're looking at one night versus a lifetime.
Exactly.
So if you want to be the girl for what, there's so many girls that the girl for one night, you know, like they don't get the ring, they don't get the life, they don't get none of these things. They just get the one night. They get the champagne bottles, they get the sparklers, they get their back blown out, and that's it. They might even get a bag from one of these guys. They don't get anything other than that. And at some point, even those girls want something more. You know what I'm trying to say?
And what he just said, even at some point throughout those women's journey, they want something more. Women always want something more than what they're trying to present to you. It's just in their nature. It's in their nature. Women do want commitment. I don't care what you say. You know, even the nightlife women want commitment. Why you think, you know, back in the past they had watchers, you know, PIMPs, you know what I'm saying? Let's just keep this real. They need some type of commitment from a man to them. Even if they're nightlife or their wife type, either way it go, a woman needs commitment. She is built that way. It is DNA ingrained within her. In order to be that way, it is 100% the way that they're built. And that's just life. You know, but real talk though, you know, if you made it this far, man, I appreciate it. Shout out to all my subscribers. You know, please, you know, always show me some love. Thank you so much. You know, real talk though, you know, it just is what it is. You know, to all my fellas out there nowadays, watch your back. To all the ladies out there that are genuine ladies and want marriage and stable households and stability throughout their life so they can grow old gracefully and won't have to worry about things, please start shouting this out. You have to separate yourself from the nightlife. And that's just, it is what it is. But what this thing has boiled down to is like I always say about this time. And what I say? That, my friends, is the bottom line.